This week's Torah portion is entitled Bo. Bo means to come. Parashat Bo opens with the final three plagues, the first of which is the arbeh, locusts. The swarm decimates the remaining trees, crops, and fruits that were produced after the previous plague. Pharaoh hurriedly calls for Moshe, asking him to entreat Hashem on his behalf. Moshe does so, and Hashem sends winds to push the locust swarm away from the land. As Pharaoh's heart remained hardened, choshech, darkness, the ninth plague engulfs the land. This darkness is palpable and could be felt by the Egyptians. This intense darkness remains over the land 3 days. It restricted the movement and the normal day-to-day activities of the Egyptians. While Egypt was under dense darkness, the children of Israel were able to see as they had light in their households. They were able to go into the houses of the Egyptians, taking inventory of gold and other precious stones and items. The parasha continues with Hashem instructing the children of Israel to prepare for the 10th and final plague. The preparation entailed specific instructions about the lamb to be prepared, how the children of Israel should consume the meal in preparedness to exit the land, and the general mindset to leave. During this time, Hashem instructs Moshe in counting the months according to the new moon, beginning with the month of Nisan. And Hashem instructs Moshe about the sanctification of the firstborn sons of Israel. Preparations are in full throttle, each household gathering the items needed, including the lamb's blood, to be put on the lintel and the two doorposts of each household. All interested among the children of Israel prepared for Hashem's Passover, the Pesach. At the stroke of midnight, a mighty cry echoed from all the Egyptian households. Their firstborn sons were dead. The Lord had smote them all. Pharaoh hurries to find Moshe and Aaron. Leave, he tells them. The children of Israel leave Egypt, about 600,000 men with their wives and children, and a mixed multitude of people from other nations. The haftarah portion for Parashat Bo comes from Jeremiah 46:13-28. In it, we read of the punishment Hashem visited upon Egypt centuries later through the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Egypt maintained a long history of hostility towards the Jewish nation. After an extended period of calm following her devastation at the Red Sea, Egypt's hostility continued to her Jewish neighbors. It resurfaced during the reign of the Egyptian premier Shishak, who invaded Israel after the death of King Solomon. She even sided with other allies against the nation. Because of this, Hashem decided the time had come to punish Egypt with a massive massacre. Hashem reminds the people of his firstborn son, the children of Israel. The Babylonian army is likened to the arbeh, the plague of locusts which devastated Egypt. The plague of locusts was an indisputable event and was specifically told to be passed down to the generations. It was to be an everlasting testimony. All in all, Hashem will always protect his firstborn, the Jewish nation. One thing that stands out here is that significant destruction occurred with the plague of arbeh, the locust, and all the new crops that had grown up after the hail were destroyed. Now, Egypt, Mitzrayim in Hebrew, means limitation, straits. Now, God put his divine limitations on a nation called limitations. Now, Joel 2:25 says, Hashem will restore to the Jewish nation his firstborn all the years the locusts, the arbeh, had eaten. This is your season, friends, of restoration. All the years that the locust has eaten your crops, your produce, your fruits, those years will be restored to you. And it says that you shall never be ashamed. Shabbat Shalom.